Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 7 District Stadium. We are coming you live and exclusive from Ajman for the 7 Districts Emirates D50, powered by Fancode. We are here for an enthralling game of cricket where Fujairah will be taking on Sharjah. Yasir Ahmed will start the bowling for Sharjah. Beautiful delivery first up. Gets off the mark straight away. Lightning fast outfield, but the fielder looks like will cut it off. Couple of runs and they open their account with couple of runs on board, and they've always on their A game, these young lads. This one pulled and pulled with some power. However, it's one bounce into the fence. That will be a boundary. Aryansh cashing on that half tracker and punished him quite comfortably. Well, I tell you what, this is going to be an interesting contest. I'm expecting it to be a low scoring game. Cutaway, and that will find the fence, bisecting the point and gully region. Another boundary for Aryansh. Well played off the pads. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. I reckon that will be a boundary. Yes, it is. Well, in the slot, that has been hammered, and it will be a maximum, the first maximum for Team Fujairah. Always providing one in the slot and capitalizing there is Mayank. Let's have a look at that replay. It was meant to be punished. Slightly providing that in the slot. It was Mayank who cashed on that opportunity. A huge opportunity. Yes, it is gone. Mayank. There was an inside edge, I reckon, or top edge, I would say, hitting the top slice of the bat. And a comfortable take by Zishan Abed, who's lightning fast behind the stumps. There you go. Off the bat and straight to the keeper, Zishan Abed. And Team Sharjah draw their first blood just after the end of the power play. Mayank has to depart. In the slot, play towards the extra cover region for a boundary. Easy pickings for Aryan. She's looking good now. Had a sedate start, but has found the middle of the bat now. Tries to go big, huge appeal, and has been given. Tossed up. Sagar Kalyan was trying to get to the pitch of the ball, missing his foot, and Zishan Abed does the rest. What a wonderful glove work there from the young man Zishan Abed. Let's have a look at that. Well. Yes, his foot was in the air, and no hesitation whatsoever for the square leg umpire. 12 overs gone, 39 for 2. That's the beautiful sight from Ajman. Sun setting down.
None of the batters could really read him in the surface. Tucked away beautifully. He's found the gap. It's racing away towards the boundary. Long chase. And he's given it up. A hint of movement. And that's been driven beautifully along the carpet. Glorious looking stroke from Aryan Sharma. He's looking now pretty much comfortable. But now I think he's pretty much used to the conditions here in the United Arab Emirates. Short delivery, uppercut, it's in the air, and a very safe shot played by Adib Usmani. Using the pace of Saif Ali, just the last delivery, he opted to bowl a bouncer. Adib Usmani latching onto it, playing it late, and opening the face of the bat, and just guiding it, spooning it towards a fine leg. That is a very unorthodox shot. You don't see that much happen in the game of cricket. But then he will get 4 vital runs for his side. And the oh, that is close. Oh, given. Well, I was just mentioning about this interesting battle. It was short one, and it is won by Rizwan CP, the captain. He's created magic straight away, introduced himself into the attack, and he's picked up a very big scalp here. It is Adib Usmani. Yeah, That is crashing onto the stumps. He's been given out. He was perplexed with the decision, but the umpire has raised his finger and he'll have to go back to the dugout. And this is a big, big moment in the game. This partnership was looking threatening, but Adib Usmani, the captain, has to depart after scoring 11 in 24 deliveries. And now Sharjah are right back in this game. We'll have to wait and see if he's doing it by himself or is it just his natural action. Yeah, there you go. Once again, it's just turned in and very close. Direct hit was required. And Rizwan should have been standing behind the stumps. Shakily, but then a very valuable knock by a very talented player, Aryansh, getting 50 in a very important game against the mighty Sharjah. Fuller delivery, driven once again. It's in the gap. It's beaten the fielder and he's going to get 4 runs. What a glorious looking stroke yet again. Stamping his authority is Aryansh. Let's not lose our calmness and composure. Oh, that is a hit me ball. A very bad delivery from Rizwan. A lot of flight and it was down towards the leg side. And that was a very interesting shot coming in from the blade of Ashwant Walthapa.
They've built up a partnership. Nelson on board. Goes aerial yet again, using his feet to perfection this time around. Aryans gets a boundary, moves into his 70s. Well, an outside edge leading towards the deep third region. That will be a boundary. Now Aryans is finding the boundaries quite comfortably. The entire star cast there of 7 districts walking down the aisle towards the 7 districts cricket academy. Haider Vasisha behind and Mr. Haider Asghar Khan in the entire management of the 7 districts cricket academy. Goes big. That is huge. And straight into the hands of the fielder. Aryansh, the set batter, will have to walk back. He was into his 80s. Just did not get the elevation there. It did went high up in the air. And is this a game-changing moment? And a wonderful catch there in the deep. And Ansh Tandon likes that. Aryansh will have to take a long walk back to the dugout after scoring 83 of 116.
Oh, beautifully bowled. Excellent delivery. And how did that miss the stumps? He's got a thickish outside edge. Flighted delivery. Goes aerial. It's up in the air. And that's gone for a maximum. Breaking the shackles is Ashwant. And that is a very good shot. And a very good approach as well. He knows he's the set batter. He's seeing the ball really well. And when there is an opportunity, why don't you smash it down the ground just like that? Brilliant stroke. And very handy 6 runs in his zone, in his arc. And says bye-bye, Ashwant. That's flighted. It's in the air. Has he fallen in the trap or is this out of the park? Well, that is out of here. He's been brought himself into the 42nd over when there's a set batter in the middle and Harshit a left-hander. So this plan so far is not working and that is a gigantic hit. Waited right till the end. Look at the swing of the bat. Terrific hand speed. Excellent hand-eye coordination. And Harshit is on the move. Cut away. Oh, well. That's up in the air. He's got a clean connection on this one. And this is out of here. Ashwant Walthapa has played a magnificent shot. And with that, he has reached his 50 mark in style. That's been driven beautifully in the gap. No stopping that. That is a magnificent stroke. Harshit is decided to cut loose. They know they don't have much overs to spare. Goes big. Has he got plenty? Out into the outer space. What a sensational hit coming in from the blade of Ashwant Walthapa. Oh, that's a one-handed shot and one bounce into the fence. What a way to welcome Yasir. I'm sure he'll be so rusty. He bowled one spell, and then after that, it was a very long break for him. And he's come in, and look at that. A poor delivery, dragged down, and a one-handed hoik towards the fine leg will fetch him a boundary on the very first delivery. Short delivery, it's been slashed up in the air and gone. Well, not the best of starts from Yasir in the first delivery, but then he has picked up a very important wicket in the context of play. Harshit Kaushik, he was looking very dangerous at this stage, and Yasir has bowled according to his field, banged in a bouncer. He knew that there's a fielder there. Harshit Kaushik still wanted to try to clear him, but not finding the fence on that occasion. So it is Harshit, the latest victim, will have to go back after he's put his team into a very commanding position. A very handy knock coming in from the blade of Harshit Kaushik, scoring 37 in just 29 deliveries. You don't want two new batters at the middle at this stage. It's up in the air, outside edge, and picks up a very big wicket here. We're into the 48th over. These last 18 deliveries could have been very, very crucial for Team Sharjah. And on the very first delivery, Saif Ali bowled a very, very good delivery. That variation coming in, trying to go a little too hard with those hard hands, and he's taken a excellent take in the end. So both the set batters are now into the dugout, and that 250 mark is now going to be a mission to be getting from here in the last 17 deliveries. Nonetheless, Ashwin Waltapa, take a bow. He's played a very good knock. An important wicket. Straight away he goes big. Is that a maximum? Wow! Where did that come from? So here he's just walked in the middle, and he's taken down Saif Ali as if like he's batting here from a very long time. Oh, that's close. That's close. It's been given. Excellent delivery. That slower ball coming in from Saif, not read in the end by the batter. And he will make his way to the dugout. Yeah, just trying to shuffle across the stumps, covering all three stumps. And you don't have to do that. The umpire will always come into play. And that was a very good decision. That was crashing onto the middle end leg. Bowled him. Full straight, you miss, I hit. And that's the second wicket for Awais. I wanted to go for a huge six, just trying to hit that too hard. Missed it in the end and bang on to the stumps. That has disturbed the bails. And all of a sudden, Team Sharjah, they have bounced back so strongly in this game. That is the 8th wicket down, and they are on the verge of being seriously bowled out here is Team Fujairah. So we are expecting to have a great game of cricket. Tossed up delivery, it's in the air. And he's got maximum results out of it. Zahid has struck this down the ground, and he's taken one of the best bowlers, Awais Ali. Goes short, he pulls it. Not in full control, and he's interested for a second. Now this is going to be close. Gone. The moment he came back for the second, he was in a lot of trouble, and he's ran himself out by a yard. Look at that. Excellent pick up and throw. And all he needed to do is just throw it properly. One bounce into the hands of the keeper, and he didn't even try to come back because he knew he was well shot. Last ball coming up. Fuller is trying to hit that hard into the hands of the fielder, and yet again a misfield will allow them to come back for a second. Well, if they fall short in the end, Team Sharjah, that'll be one area they'll have to be seriously blaming on tonight. It is their fielding department has let them down. We are done and dusted with the first innings here, and Fujairah have managed to score 241 for 9.
Empire say, let's move on. They've got a couple of slips in place. Zohair Iqbal to start the proceedings. In comes ball number 1. Beautiful swing in the air, straight to the fielder. Well played. And that will be racing down towards the boundary. First runs on board for Team Sharjah. A good square cut from Zainullah, and that will certainly give him a world of confidence, especially as a batter when you get it right off the meat of the bat. Well, he's knocked him over. Zainullah will have to depart. Just as we speak, we're expecting some sort of action to happen, and Zahid Ali has provided the much needed breakthrough for Team Fujairah. Zainullah was looking promising, was getting the right connections. Will have to take a long walk back to the dugout. Well, that was in the slot, meant to be punished. Clears the inner circle and the ball trickles down towards the boundary fence. And Ansh gets off the mark with a boundary. Aggressive approach and it's been taken. Who is that man? That was flying out and the fielder comfortably latches onto it. Well, what a effort here from the fielder. It was in the slot. Timely jump. Wow, brilliant. Another one bites the dust. Not looking good for Team Sharjah. It is Judah Kevin who's picked up a blinder, I must tell you. 2 of 9 for him. He's charging in from the academy end. Well, he's knocked him over. What a ball that was. A peach of a delivery. Swinging in towards the batter. Zahid Ali, you beauty. Beautiful in swinger. Nibbing into the left-hander. And hits the timber. Hits the wood. Hits the stumps. Punch down the ground. Good looking shot along the carpet. That will certainly give him a lot of confidence. Racing towards the boundary, a wonderful effort, but just could not get to the reach of the ball. Well, that was poor delivery. Drifting onto the pads, a valiant effort from the fielder. Solid forward shot played by Alias. A good drive, cover drive coming in from Alias. We were down the leg side. That will be 5 wides, I reckon. We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. No, it's off the bat. Can you believe that? Beautiful delivery. Straining off the pads, racing out towards the boundary. And will find the fence. A poor delivery coming in from Sagar Kalyan. Goes big. Ansh Tandon. That's massive. Into the stands. Well. Ashwant Waltappa on the back foot straight away. Expected it to be a good contest between these two. But at the moment, it's Ansh Tandon who's hit a massive half a dozen. Oh, that was close to that first clip. Sagar Kalyan probably a meter away from him, I must say, and Nabil Aziz did create that opportunity. And I tell you about this guy, he does create those opportunities. Cut away towards the backward point region. That will be a boundary. Easy pickings for Alias. 2 boundaries in this over. Nabil Aziz is disappointed. Half tracker meant to be punished. It was drifting down the leg. And easy pickings for Alias. This is one area Nabil Aziz and Ashwant Waltappa will have to be mindful about. Well, he's knocked him over. He's got a sweet revenge. Ashwant Waltappa, you beauty. What a delivery that is. Ansh Tandon, who was looking absolutely devastating there. Look at that delivery. And boy, does he not enjoy it. Quite silent is Ashwant Waltappa. Adib Usmani trusting him and giving him the opportunity to come and bowl. Yet again has provided a crucial breakthrough for his team Sharjah, Fujairah. Ashwant Waltappa. Ansh Tandon will have to walk back after scoring 24 of 31 deliveries.
Flight to delivery driven nicely. It's in the gap. It's running away from the fielder and that is going to reach the fence. So one man who's batting on a different planet, I would say, is Albin Alias. Up in the air, crash towards the offside, and he will get 4 runs, breaking the shackles, and a much required one for Team Sharjah. Oh, poor delivery. That was 4 runs written all over it from the moment it left from the bat. It's turning out to be a huge over. Oh, he's knocked him over. One good delivery. It is the best delivery he's bowled. What more could I would have asked for? Excellent bowling here from Sanvar Meena. And that was the perfect delivery to dismiss the set batter. And this is a huge breakthrough. Oh, beautiful. You don't go back foot when you're playing a left-arm spinner, and that too when he's bowling with such quick pace. Just when Sharjah, they were looking good and they were getting back on track, they've lost their set batter, Albin Alias. Hit hard. And that's a very good shot by Navodaya. A safe shot. He knew that the fielder is in the circle, so intentionally going over the top. That is way too much in a 50-over game. And there you go once again, a wayward delivery. It was a hit-me ball. And that is what Rizwan CP, the captain, did to stay in the middle. Short delivery, it's in the air. Oh, I was just mentioning you need to stay onto the wicket. Do not do anything silly. And that is exactly what he's done. There was a fielder placed just for this delivery. And look at that, it was short, it was there to be hit. But in the end, hitting it straight into the throat of Nabil Aziz. And Sanvar Meena picks up his second wicket. He's been wavered, but he's been very effective. But since this man on your screen has arrived, he's been picking up important wickets. And there you go, I think it's another one. He's gotten his third, has he? Umpire would want to have a confirmation. And I think this is going to go upstairs. He might just get his third, and this is gone. And he's going to be under a lot of trouble. There you go. That's the signal coming in. Another wicket goes down. And it is Zishan Abid. Is that carried? Oh, gone. What a delivery and brilliant captaincy from Adib Usmani. He knew that the tail is in, and straight away he's gone back to his premier bowler, and he's picked up a wicket here. That is the 4th wicket for Zahid Ali. And look at that go away. Not really sure to drive that or leave it. In the end, he's found the outside edge, and look at that celebration. I think this is pretty much done and dusted now. 8 down, and the latest victim is Awais.
Played up pitchly, clearing the inner circle, using the pace on offer, and Rizwan finds the fence. A welcome boundary for Team Sharjah. Zahid Ali pitching it little up front, and cashing on that opportunity is Rizwan. Well, it's knocked him over. We've just spoke about it. Finally, some redemption for Nabil Aziz. Beautiful delivery and going through the gate. No answers for that from Rizwan. And Rizwan, after staying there for ample amount of time, has scored 35 or 48 and will have to walk back. Go straight down the ground, just like an arrow. Yasir would have certainly enjoyed that. 87 required now in 99 deliveries. Just a wicket in hand. Go straight down the ground. And Nabil Aziz, I reckon, has taken it. However, looks like he's injured himself there. I hope he's alright. Has he picked up the catch? We'll have to wait for the umpire's call. Well, he certainly has taken the catch. And in process, looks like he's hurt his eye. Yeah, that's a clean catch. That will be the end of the innings for Team Fujairah. Let's go through the batting cards. Zainullah was looking promising. 11 of 22 for him. Caught pulled out by Zahid. Faizan struggled out in the middle. Ansh Tandon was prolific. 24 of 31 for him. Tarindu, what a delivery that was from Zahid. Alias and Rizwan then did stitch up a partnership. 43 of 51 for him. Rizwan 35 of 48. Navodaya was looking alright in the middle. However, A good catch there by Nabil as well. And Zishan Abed, for my liking, it was too late for him to come out to the centre. 1 of 7 for him. Awais 2 of 2, and that's it. 21 extras in the tally. Zohair Iqbal, 2 overs, none for 12. It was Zahid show tonight. 4 for 30 for him. Nabil Aziz 2 for 26 and 1 for Ashwant Waltapa. And don't forget Sanwar was picked up 3 wickets for 37. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the match summary for you. Winning the toss, opting to bowl first. Sharjah restricted Fujairah to 241 for 9. Aryans played a wonderful knock, 83 of 117 for him. Ashwant Walthappa scored 65 off 76, and Harshit Kaushik chipped in with 37 of 29. Avesh Shah was a pick of the bowlers, 31 for 2 for him. Saif a bit expensive, 55 for 2, Ansh and 18 for 1. And in response, Sharjah were bundled out for 155. Albin Elia scored 43 of 51, CP Rizwan 35 of 48, Ansh Tandon 24 of 31. Thanks to some wonderful bowling performances from Zahid Ali, 30 for 4, and Sanwar Meena, 37 for 3. And Nabil Aziz, as always, in the wickets column, 26 for 2. And a comfortable win for Fujairah, taking those 2 points by 86 runs they've won by.